Hello dear friends, welcome to one more session in carbohydrates. We will deal today the Furanose ring structure. The Furanose ring structure in case of fructose. We know the structure of fructose, we learned it in the open chain structures, and we also know that the carbohydrates form two types of ring structures. Those ring structures are, one is Furanose ring, another one is pyranose ring structure. The pyranose ring we have seen in case of glucopyranose ring formation in the previous class. In this class, let's deal today the furanose ring, how it is formed in case of fructose. Let's see the structure of fructose first. The open chain structure we will see. Fructose is a ketose, and remember this furanose ring is formed a hemiketal or hemiacetal ring, which is formed between the functional group and one of the hydroxyl group. In case of hemiketal, it is formed because the ketone group is always present on the second carbon in case of carbohydrates. In the hemiketal ring is formed between the second carbon and the fifth carbon. That is, it is formed in case of ketoses. The hemiacetal ring is formed between the functional group aldehyde group, which is always present in the first carbon, and the hydroxyl group of the fourth carbon. This you have to remember in case of furanose ring. Whereas the pyranose ring, that means hemiacetal ring is formed between the first and fifth carbon. We have already seen this in case of glucose. Now we are talking about the furanose ring, which may be either internal hemiketal ring or hemiacetal ring, which is formed between the functional group and the fourth carbon from that one. That means in case of ketoses, it is formed between the second and fifth carbons. In case of aldoses, it is formed between the first and fourth carbon. But this hemiacetal ring, it is somewhat unstable in case of furanoses. Hence, we will deal today the hemiketal ring, which is formed in case of furanose ring. Let's go. Remember the furanose ring, we are taking the example of fructose. What is fructose here? Fructose is nothing but a ketose. What type of ketose is this? It is a ketohexose. That means it is a keto which contains ketone group, and it is a hexose which contains 6 carbon atoms. The ketone group of the functional group is present on the second carbon. So let's write the structure of fructose quickly. 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons are present. As you know, the last one is CH2OH. As it is the ketose, the first is also CH2OH. Then just write the structure, what you remembered about glucose. OH, OH, H, OH. In this case, the second carbon, as it is occupied with the ketone group, we need not write here OH for the fructose. This is the structure. Just write the hydrogen and hydroxyl group on the other side. The second carbon, let's number them. The carbon, second, 3, 4, 5 and 6 carbons, and the functional group is present on the second carbon. Here the furanose ring is formed, where it is formed between the second carbon and the fifth carbon. So when the ring is formed, here we will draw the two structures, alpha and beta structures. Let's draw. When the ring is formed between the second and fifth carbon, this second carbon as well as fifth hydroxyl group, this is the ketone group and hydroxyl group, this is the hemiketal ring is formed. So one oxygen is involved in the ring formation here, and this hydrogen, it is just shifted to the oxygen, thereby converting the double bond into the single bond. That is just what we have to do now. Write the structure. One, last one is CH2OH, first one is also CH2OH, and the ring is formed. Where the ring is formed? Between the second carbon and the fifth carbon. The remaining you have to just write. So this oxygen is involved in the ring. Then what we have to write? What about this hydrogen? It is going to this oxygen and it is forming OH. Now I am writing OH. Previously there was double bond O here at this particular place, but now due to the hemiketal ring it is converted into OH group. Double bond is converted into single bond. Then this is done. Here just we need to write hydrogen. Remaining is same like that of the previous figure. Hydroxyl group. We can't keep a bond here because it has already 4 bonds, 1 2 3, and the extra bond, hemiketal bond is there. Okay, it is the Furanose ring. We need to stretch this molecule so that we can represent all the atoms very easily. Okay, after this, as we already numbered the carbon atoms, just this is the 5th carbon. This is the 5th carbon. We will number here also. This is the 5th carbon. This is the 6th carbon. 4th carbon. 3rd carbon. This becomes the 2nd carbon as it is the Furanose ring. To the 5th carbon, 6th carbon CH2OH is attached. Then here it goes down. Okay. And in the ring, whatever the molecules that are present inside the ring, they go below the plane. This up above the plane, and these also above the plane. Okay, did you understand? To the 5th carbon, this hydrogen is also attached, where we have to write it goes down. To the 5th carbon, 4th carbon is attached. To the 5th carbon, 4th carbon is attached. To the 4th carbon, what we have to write inside below the plane? It is OH group. So here this is the OH group, and the 3rd carbon, what we have to write? This is the hydrogen. To the 2nd carbon, what we have to write below? It is the OH, and the 2nd carbon is attached to the 1st carbon where CH2OH is present. Now this becomes the 1st carbon where the CH2OH is present. Just fill the remaining structures. OH is there. Here we have to write hydrogen above the plane, this one above the plane, and this OH which is also above the plane. The functional groups, hydroxyl group. Where is the functional group? Previously this is the functional group. 2nd carbon is the functional group. Now by the formation of this hemiketal ring, this 2nd carbon also became asymmetric chiral carbon. Thereby it leads to the formation of 2 isomers, where if the functional group's hydroxyl group is below the plane, if it is below the plane, then this is called as which configuration? It is alpha D. Let's name it fructo, and this is Furanose ring, alpha D fructofuranose, or we just can write alpha D fructose. Simply we can write alpha D fructose structure. Let's write beta D also. In order to draw this beta D, the similar structure we have to represent. Just we will write the same structure. 1 2 3 4 5 6. By now you are very familiar about the open chain structures. Then write here OH OH H, and this is the ketone group. Here OH H, and let's name it. What is this? The name of this one is, it is D fructose. This D fructose, just the similar structure I represented. Okay, then what happens here? In place of this, the ring is formed. Where the ring is formed? The ring is formed between the 2nd carbon and the 5th carbon. Let's name it. This is the 1st carbon, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and this is the 5th carbon. So here there was hydroxyl group, and here what happened? The hydroxyl group is involved in the ring formation. Ring is formed between C2 and C5. And what about this hydroxyl group? The hydroxyl group, it is, we will project it just above the ring. Okay, then how can we represent this one in the ring form? Means we can write the fructofuranose like this. Okay, and we'll number them. This is the 6th carbon, this is the 5th carbon, 4th, 3 and 2nd carbon. Let's see how they come. The group, this is the 5th carbon. This is the 5th carbon. Where to the 5th carbon? It is always above, and this is below. CH2, OH and hydrogen. Then these groups, they will go down. That means we need to write here OH, and then for the 3rd carbon it is hydrogen. For the 2nd carbon we represented OH above the ring, that is why it goes up. Then the CH2OH obviously comes down. This is the 1st carbon. Let's name it. This is nothing but beta D. Why beta D? Means the functional group, hydroxyl group, is above the plane. It is above the plane. That is why it is beta D fructose or beta D fructofuranose. Okay, is this simple? I hope you understood well. And one more thing, what we have to remember when after drawing the ring structures, we remember that the functional group carbon becomes asymmetric, leading to the formation of two isomeric forms. One is the alpha form, another one is the D form. These forms are called anomers. These two forms. What are these two forms? The alpha D alpha form as well as beta forms, they are called anomers. What are these anomers? These anomers are isomeric forms in monosaccharides that differ in the configuration. Where they differ? They differ in the configuration around hemiacetal or hemiketal carbons. Those isomers are called anomers. In this case, here both of them, they are differing only around the anomeric carbon. Anomeric carbon means a hemiacetal or hemiketal. In this case, it is hemiketal. Hemiketal means the 2nd carbon. Okay, they differ in the configuration only around the, here also they are differing at the 2nd carbon. Apart from this change, here in the alpha form and beta form, everything it is similar. You can see all the groups, they are similarly located in both the alpha and beta forms. Where they are differing only at the hemiacetal and hemiketal carbons. So those types of isomers which differ in configuration around the functional group only are called by the term anomers. We can name many number of them. Alpha and beta forms of D fructose, alpha and beta D glucose, alpha and beta D mannose, etc. Hope it is clear now, the structure of fructofuranose, which is the furanose ring formation, which is a 5-membered ring, and it forms alpha and beta forms due to the difference in the anomeric location, anomeric carbon configuration. Thank you for watching till the end. Write to me, or you can write your queries in the comment box. I would be happy to see all of you. We'll meet you with the next video. Till then, bye bye.